everybody, it's Aaron Dablow with Taylor Guitars, and I'm here with Chief Guitar Designer Andy Powers. And we're here today to talk about the next generation of Taylor Guitars. Now, Taylor Guitars has been synonymous with the Grand Auditorium cutaway ever since the late 90s. The 814 CE, 314 CE, and 414 CE, those models during those periods and then into the 2000s really propelled Taylor Guitars to where we are today. And now, we are looking forward to an improvement on these guitars called the Next Generation. And Andy, what are you holding here today?
Well, right now I've got a 314 CE. Now, like you said, the Grand Auditorium shape, this form with a cutaway onboard electronics, this has been a go-to instrument for a lot of players across a lot of genres, a lot of different musical environments, because it's that sort of just right size that fits so many players across so many different styles of playing, different music forms. And so this guitar, it's been like one of the benchmarks in our standard collection of guitars for all this time.
Absolutely. And we're always looking at improving and making design changes and then improving on those. And the next generation is no different, is it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, every time we build a guitar, the thought process begins all again to go, well, we just built a great guitar. Let's see if we can build a better one. And so every time we look at one of these instruments, we go, well, this is great. A lot of players would love this. They'd love this design, this sound, this feel. Can we do even better? How do we refine our craft even more? Because that pursuit of excellence is really what drives us at Taylor.
Absolutely. And we're always looking for things that work with the player. Like, how is the player going to react to this, and how is this going to help them make music? And with the Next Generation, there are three things that we can boil it down to that you've improved on from previous iterations of our guitars, right?
Yeah. These ones, it's a combination of a couple of factors, but like you said, three major ones. Those being the action control neck, it's a scalloped V-Class voicing, as well as an upgraded pickup system that we call the Claria Electronics package.
So let's talk about the action control neck. What can you tell us about that?
Okay, so this was a design that I've been working on for a number of years. Now, Taylor guitars have always been known for great playability, good clean fretwork, nice straight neck, ability to service the guitar easily. So when you need this guitar to be set up, it could be adjusted pretty easily. It's an easy service, for any of our dealers, any repair person to do. But some years ago, I thought, well, what if that wasn't even a service task? It wasn't even a service operation that you do. It's simply an adjustment. The way that you might adjust a truss rod or, tune the strings and adjust those. Like, I want it to be that simple because we want the guitar to be playing in optimum condition no matter where in the world you go, how old the guitar is, what the environment's like. And so this design was something that we rolled out this last year on our Gold Label guitars, where it has a tremendous amount of adjustability. In fact, you can change the string height or the action just by a simple adjustment with a screwdriver through the sound hole. Mm-hmm. And so you have that level of adjustability to ensure that your playability is just optimum, like within seconds.
In terms of player performance, you've done something else with revolutionary V-Class Bracing, right? You've taken that a step further too.
Exactly. This was the V-Class idea when we first launched that. We were building something that was kind of right in the Taylor legacy sound. Sort of real vibrant, brilliant, well-balanced kind of voicing. But that design is very adaptable for different kinds of sounds. And so one of the things that we started playing with was this desire to mix elements of our even earlier designs, things that we'd pulled out of our library, earlier X-Brace designs, our advanced performance designs, all these kinds of things, and go, well, I want a little of this and a little of that, but I love this other aspect that the V-Class idea gives us, which is incredible pitch accuracy, great sustain, great volume, incredible balance. So let's just kind of nuance the tonal color there, because I wanted a little more blending between the strings. So for players who are, they might be doing a bunch of lead work and they want that level of articulation, well, that's great. But I also want to feel that beautiful harmony when I strum open position chords and give a little more warmth, a little more presence, like a little more familiarity in the lower register. And so that was something that we incorporated into this kind of refinement of the V-Class idea.
So this is a scalloped V-Class bracing. What I've noticed when I play is just, it's very, like you mentioned, it blends well together, and there's like some more woof and warmth to it that I really, really enjoy as a player.
Yeah, it's a careful, like any recipe, it's a careful balance that you want to make so that you don't have one thing overpowering anything else. It's like on these guitars, you have this incredible, brilliant, like real vibrant upper register with great accuracy, great balance. And yet when I come down to the lower register, all the notes have this classic familiar warmth, kind of a nice presence. There's a familiarity for anybody who's played guitar for a long time that feels great when you're strumming chords, you're a rhythm player, you're accompanying a vocalist, something like that.
Yeah.
Works really well.
It does, and it sounds absolutely amazing. Another thing that Taylor's been synonymous with is electronics, and we have a engineering department that's been, doing this for 25, 30 years, from our original expression system and our K4 direct box and other things like T5 electronics. And so now I know we've been working on this new pickup for quite some time too. So this is called the Claria electronic system.
Yeah, exactly. This is a classic undersaddle idea for a pickup system for an acoustic guitar. But we have developed it to a point where it has way better dynamic range, a lot more clarity, a lot more musicality for a stage of any size. That was the impetus behind the project. Was we love our ES2 system and we love the nuance that it's capable of, but the environment really needs to be right. The sound person needs to be right. The stage needs to be right. It takes a kind of a little finesse to get that thing exactly where you want it to be. What we would sometimes see, especially from artists on huge stages, was that environment, it's just too unforgiving. It's like there's too much to deal with there in that kind of environment. So we started going back towards more traditional undersaddle piezo-based systems, saying, well, what could we do to create what we feel is the best system of its kind, like kind of a best-in-class pickup system? And so in that way, we started developing this mostly with professional artists on big stages and realizing, so many of the characteristics that we love on a huge stage, we love on a small stage, or in a small club, or in a coffee shop, or a house of worship, or something like that. The system is a very musically useful piece that we can incorporate into our guitars.
It is. The voicing of it absolutely sounds amazing. I know plenty of front of house people you've talked to are just like, wow, this is very easy to work with, and it sounds great.
Right.
So that's a definite upgrade and benefit to our electronic system for sure.
It is. And there's a certain, we have this desire to continue refining our craft. And so I love to uphold the traditional form of an acoustic instrument. I mean, a reality is that most electronics, they've got a lifespan that isn't as long as what a finely crafted wooden guitar has.
True.
So this guitar, with proper care, this thing will be around for a century. I have no idea what's going to happen electronically between now and 100 years from now.
Right.
And so we continue to seek less and less modification in the guitar in order to accommodate the pickup system or the electronics package. So we've started making moves toward not having controls mounted into the guitar itself. We're using simple sound hole controls for this system because they work great. They maintain the look and the feel. You don't have to modify the guitar to accommodate it. it allows a lot more flexibility in the future.
Yeah, and you almost don't even notice it's there.
That's the goal.
Yeah, I saw a guitar in the factory the other day. I was like, oh, there's the electronic system. There's the Claria. It's definitely out of the way, like you mentioned. The solid wood and the wooden aspect of the guitar shines.
Yeah, it's very unobtrusive, and so I love that aspect of this design as well. To go in, look, in its pure form, it's acoustic guitar first and foremost that has a huge amount of service that it can offer to the player in terms of adjustability, the sonic element of this tone color and what that can bring to a player's kind of repertoire, what it can bring to their music, as well as on a stage. We want the guitar to do a great job serving the needs of the musician.
So there you have it, our next generation of Taylor guitars. Now we'll be starting with the Builder's Edition 814 CE, Standard 814 CE, Standard 414 CE, and Standard 314 CE. So if you want to check out all three of these new attributes in the next generation of Taylor guitars, head down to your local Taylor Guitars authorized dealer and play some guitars. So Andy, thanks for being here today.
It's my pleasure.
And thank you all for watching. Till next time.